Hello, good morning, students. In the series NCRT Solutions, today I'm going to discuss a very important topic and very neglected topic also. That is differentiability. Generally, students complete their questions of differentiation and continuity, but nobody bother about the differentiability. And sometimes a question is being asked from this one particular topic in CBSE board exam. So I decided to prepare a video on differentiability, and level of this video is on the CBSE level, not for competitive exams. So I will explain first the basic concept, and then two questions are given in NCRT and some questions I have taken from exemplar. So just see how to check the differentiability of a function. So differentiability of function means a given function is differentiable. First thing, if the differentiable function is always continuous. Okay, so first essential condition, the function should be continuous, then only it will be differentiable. If it is given differentiable, then you can take it as continuous also, but we will not apply this continuity concept in any question. We'll directly use the concept of differentiability. For differentiability, at a point its left hand derivative must be equal to right hand derivative. First we'll calculate left hand derivative, we'll calculate right hand derivative at a given point. Generally differentiability is calculated in an interval or at a given point, but in our syllabus we'll calculate this at a point. Suppose you want to calculate differentiability at point x equal to a, so we'll calculate left hand derivative, we'll calculate right hand derivative. If both are equal, then we can say function is differentiable. So it's very simple. The formula for left hand derivative is this: limit s tends to 0. We want to check at x equal to a. Okay, so it will be fa minus h minus fa divided by minus h. In this I have taken it as minus h. Note it down. I have taken it as f of a minus h. In denominator also it is minus h. Suppose you want to calculate right hand derivative, so learning formula is very simple. In right hand derivative you take it as a fa plus h. Okay, in left hand derivative we are taking minus h. In right hand derivative we replace that minus h by plus h. So your formula for right hand derivative will be limit s tends to 0 fa plus h minus fa divided by h. Now I am taking question number 9, exercise 5.2 from NCRT, page 166. Question is given fx is modulus of x minus 1, x belongs to all real number, is not differentiable at x equal to 1. We have to prove that this function is not differentiable. Now see it carefully how to solve it. It is very simple. First I will calculate left hand derivative. So while calculating left hand derivative, I will use this as a formula. As we have to calculate derivative at x equal to 1, so in this formula I have replaced a by 1. What is a? The point at which we want to calculate differentiability. So I have modified this formula according to this question. It is limit s tends to 0 f of 1 minus h minus f1. I have replaced a by 1 in this because I have to calculate differentiability x equal to 1. Now write the value of f of 1 minus h from this. F of 1 minus h, in this you replace x by 1 minus h. So it will be modulus of 1 minus h minus 1 minus sign in between. Now you have to write the value of this f1. So f1 also we'll calculate from this. So it will be modulus of 1 minus 1, denominator it is minus 1. Clear? Now you see. This is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0, and in this the 1 is cancelled out with this 1. So it will be modulus of minus h. So modulus of minus h is actually plus h. So I have taken in numerator it is equal to plus h and denominator it is minus h. Both will cancel out each other. and you will get minus 1 as a left hand limit. Now come to the right hand limit. In right hand limit, what we will do? We'll take this as a formula. In this, I will replace a by 1. So it will be f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. So it is f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. I will calculate f of 1 plus h how? In this, you put x equal to 1 plus h. So it will be modulus of 1 plus h minus 1. F of 1 also we will calculate through this. Put x equal to 1. So f of 1 is modulus of 1 minus 1 divided by h. So this 1 is cancelled out by this 1 and this is 0. So in numerator it will be the modulus of h is left only. So modulus of h is h only. So it will be h by h. Both will cancel out each other. So it is equal to plus 1. Your left hand derivative was minus 1 and right hand derivative is plus 1. So both are not equal. Left hand derivative is minus 1. Right hand derivative is plus 1. So we can say it is not differentiable. So question is very simple, you can see. Question number 10. Fx is equal to greatest integer function x is given. And the value of x is between 0 and 3. 0 is less than, x is less than 3. X is a greatest integer function. Is not differentiable at x equal to 1 and x equal to 2. You have to prove it. So you see, you must know the meaning of greatest integer function, then only you can solve it. So greatest integer function is nothing. It is integer less than equal to x. So I am explaining the meaning. Suppose it is given 1.1. So you find the greatest integer less than 1.1. Greatest, okay? Less than 1.1, there are so many integers, 1, 0, minus 1, all are less than 1.1. But greatest out of these is 1. Suppose it is given 1 minus anything h. Note it down. Where h is very less, it is near about 0. Still 1 minus point h will be equal to 0 only. Let us say it is 0.001, still you will get it is equal to 0.999. So in case of greatest integer function for 0.999 also it is equal to 0. But if it is equal to 1 plus h, so it is slightly greater than 1. So the greatest integer value of greatest integer function will be equal to 1. Anything in between 0 and 1, the value of greatest integer function will be 0. Alright, so now we'll calculate this. At x equal to 1, we'll check. So we'll apply formula f of a minus h minus fa divided by f of a minus h minus fa divided by minus h for left hand derivative. So a is actually 1 as we are calculating at x equal to 1. So this formula will become f of 1 minus h. We'll replace a by 1 minus f1 divided by minus h. Now we'll calculate f of 1 minus h from this given function. Calculate f of 1 minus h from this function. So it will be the greatest integer function 1 minus h. F1 from this. So it is greatest integer function 1. In denominator it is minus h. You see, as I just explained, greatest integer function 1 minus h will be 0. And this greatest integer function 1 will be 1 only. In denominator it is minus h. So you will calculate, you will get it comes out to be infinity. 1 by 0 you will get, you will replace h by 0. Now we'll get the right hand derivative. So in right hand derivative, you see this formula remains the same, only difference is in numerator it will be fa plus h minus fa divided by, in denominator it is plus h. This is the formula for right hand derivative. You replace a by 1 because we are checking it for at x equal to 1. So it will be f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. Alright, f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. So f of 1 plus h will be the greatest integer function 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. So greatest integer function 1 plus h I have just explained, it will be 1 only. F1 is also 1 only. So this is 1, this is 1. So it is 0 divided by s. So it is 0 by 0 form. Earlier we got 1 by 0. So both are not equal. So we can say left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative, means function is not differentiable. At x equal to 2 in similar way we will calculate. So left hand derivative, it is f of a minus h minus f of a divided by minus h. A is actually 2. So in that formula I have replaced a by 2. Now your function fx was given greatest integer function x. It was given. So f of 2 minus h will be greatest integer function 2 minus h. F of 2 will be greatest integer function 2 divided by minus h. This will be 1 only. Greatest integer function less than this is 1 only. And this is 2. In denominator it is minus h. So we'll get again it is equal to 1 upon h. That is infinity. If we put h equal to 0, it is infinity. Now we'll get right hand derivative. So right hand derivative is f a plus h minus f a divided by h. A is 2. So in this function you get the value of f of 2 plus h, that is greatest integer function 2 plus h. f2 is 2 only, greatest integer function. In this you put x equal to 2. Denominator it is h. So this greatest integer function 2 plus h will be 2. And this is 2 only. So in this case it is 2 minus 2 by h. So it is again 0 by 0. So in this case also your left hand limit is actually infinity and right hand limit is 0. Yeah, left hand derivative is infinity and right hand derivative is 0. So this function is also not differentiable at x equal to 2. Come to the next question. This is a slightly different type of question. In this you see your function is defined as separately at x less than equal to 2 it is defined 1 plus x, and x greater than 2 it is defined x equal to 2. Now see, in this question what you have to do, while calculating left hand derivative, means we will calculate at x less than 2, you will use this as a function. While calculating right hand derivative, we'll use this as a function as we generally do in case of a continuity. Right hand means you have to calculate value at x something greater than 2, or left means calculate value something less than 2. So while calculating left hand derivative, we'll use this as a function. While calculating right hand derivative, we'll use this as a function. So for left hand derivative of formula, as we want to calculate at x equal to 2, so it is f of a minus h minus f of a divided by minus h. But a is 2, so I've written it as limit h tends to 0 f of 2 minus h minus f2 divided by minus h. In this case, which function we'll use? We'll use this as a function. So f of 2 minus h we will calculate. In this you put x equal to 2 minus h. So it will be 1 plus 2 minus h and f2 will be 3. In denominator it is minus h. So in calculating it comes minus h by minus h. That is 1. Now for right hand derivative we'll use this as a function. Okay. For right hand derivative we have the formula at x equal to 2 you want to calculate. We have the formula fa plus h minus fa divided by h. So in fa plus h, as we have to calculate at x equal to 2, I have replaced a by 2. So it will be f2 plus h minus f2 divided by h. So you just calculate f2 plus h using this as a function. So it will be 5 minus 2 minus h. And f2, if you will calculate, you put x equal to 2 in this, you will get it is 3 only. On calculating, it comes out to be minus h by s, so it is equal to minus 1, whereas your left hand derivative is plus 1 and right hand derivative is minus 1. So left hand derivative is not equal to right hand derivative, so it is not differentiable. See the next question. Fx is given, again it is given that it is differentiable at x equal to 1. Find the value of p and q. Such type of questions are generally asked in continuity also. It is differentiable. To find the value of p and q, although it is given differentiable at x equal to 1, but to get the value of p and q, we'll use both the properties. we'll consider this as a differentiable as well as we'll consider this as continuous also. Then only we will be able to find the value of P and Q. So first of all, at x equal to 1, we will calculate left hand derivative. So left hand derivative at x equal to 1, now you can directly write this as a formula. Limit s tends to 0, f1 minus h minus f1 divided by minus h. In left hand derivative, you will use this as a formula. ठीक है, for x is less than 1. So put x equal to 1 minus h in this, you will get it is 1 minus h whole square plus 3 into 1 minus h plus p. Then you will calculate value of f1. It will be equal to 1 plus 3 means 4 plus p. So minus 4 minus p divided by minus h. You just simplify it and cancel out the terms which are cancelled easily. And finally you have it is 5 minus h only. In that you put h tends to 0, so it is equal to 5, left hand derivative. Come to the right hand derivative. In right hand derivative, we'll use this as a function. Alright, so right hand derivative of formula will be f of 1 plus h minus f1 divided by h. So you calculate the value of f1 plus h from this. So it is q into 1 plus h plus 2. f1 from this also, that will be equal to q plus 2. So put these values. On opening this bracket, this q plus 2 is cancelled by q minus 2. So it comes out to be q only. So as we know, left hand derivative is equal to right hand derivative. Value of left hand derivative is 5. Right hand derivative is, left hand derivative is 5 and right hand derivative is q. So we can say q equal to 5, that's all. As function is continuous, so it should be, function is differentiable, so it should be continuous also. So second condition we'll use left hand limit equal to right hand limit at f equal to 1. If a function is differentiable, then it is also continuous. So calculate left hand limit. X tends to 1 from this. In this you put x equal to 1. So it will be 4 plus p. Right hand limit you calculate in this. Limit x tends to 1 qx plus 2. You will get it is equal to q plus 2. As it is continuous, so left hand limit equal to right hand limit. Equate both. 4 plus p is equal to q plus 2. From that you will get p minus q equal to minus 2. As we already have value q equal to 5. So in this put q equal to 5, you will have value of p equal to 3. So in this way we can do the questions of the differentiability. So try all 4 questions and I hope you will be able to understand this topic. Thank you.